say, considering that I just completed this order that I thought was going to literally be late, even though it had me pick up a package outside of my region to deliver to a place outside of my region. I was like, are you kidding me? But I was like, all right, I got to do it anyway. Right? So I did. Can't let my acceptance rating fall. Is this a new sign here? Oh, that is a new stop sign, guy. Fucking guy slowing down behind me like he didn't expect to, like there was a sign there or something. So, yeah, I thought I was gonna actually be late because it was so like out of the way. I don't know, is this the road? I have no idea if this is the road. Alright, so you guys can add me on Discord. I don't know how it works. I don't know if I'm supposed to like add you guys as well as you add me, but basically I got a slow ride all the way. I'm gonna walk a little bit of the way because I don't have enough battery to make it back. It's kind of insane. You know, I did not expect to come all the way over here into the middle of town, in the middle of the city, to go deliver this package. I did. The big thing is that it didn't go against my on-time rate because, you know, it registered as on time. Good. I would have been pissed. I would have been in dispute now. But regardless, if you guys want to have me on Discord, find me at So I'm going to talk about barely anything. It's going to be riding. That's all it is. If you guys want to find me there, you can definitely find me now. I'll put a link in my description, my channel description at some point. Probably after I'm done with this live. I'm going to be done with the live and send it back. See if I don't get a flat on the way back. I'm kind of in the worst spot. Oh, there's a traffic cone right here with a hole in front of it. What'd you say? Why are you outside? Yo, you outside? Yeah. So you guys can add me on Discord now at Godfinger. I don't know how it works. I don't know if I have to add you as well or something like that. It's been a long time. I remember back in the day, it was like you needed a person's like their login, their hashtag as well as the name. So I'm not sure how it works now, but if it hasn't changed, if it has changed to just the username, you can find me now. I was surprised to find my username available. So everybody's like, "Oh, you have Discord? You have Discord?" Yeah, I got Discord now. Is it true that sunglasses? Dude, I gotta wear the sunglasses. I thought I was going back. I looked at the map too quick. I thought I was going back to my area, so I thought I was gonna be back just in time to not like have to deal with barely being able to see. But I gotta wear these glasses because bugs. It's like bugs flying in my eyes. Rocks and stuff kicking up from the vehicles that are going in front of me. So this order kind of screwed me. It might have screwed me worse than I know yet. If I get a flat tire, then it's like, what the fuck? Excuse my language. But anyways, yeah, there's so many bugs in this town. It's just like, I ended up doing a 12.8 mile order for $8.75 in a region completely out of the way. So I'm doing for 26.6 miles, no, 25.6 miles. I got paid $8.75 because I have to get all the way back to the house, you know? So I'm barely going to be able to make it back. I'm not going to make it back up this mountain, that's for sure. So right now I'm going up a hill. I got to go real slow. Yeah, it's going to be a trek all the way back. So welcome to the stream. You'll be with me for another like hour probably. Trying to make my way back to the house without running out of battery. Once I get closer, I'm going to be like riding on the main road again. I'm going to have to use up most of the battery. So I got to like conserve it as much as possible here. This just added another challenge to my night. I thought I could have got back and then charged my battery and then gone back out at like 11. But I've had my dash on for the last, 3 hours? We're waiting for a dash for 3 hours. They end up giving me this kind of order. Like, they brought me outside of my region, the one that I started in, to go pick up an order in that other region and then deliver it to that other region. Like, what the hell? The reason why I don't do Uber is because it does stupid stuff like that. So I'm going to be calling DoorDash at some point to have a word with them. There should be a premium. You're going to bring me out of my region where I'm at. There should be a premium. You should be asking the customer, or you should be paying the difference. I should get a $5 premium for going outside of the region. You know, I shouldn't be getting screwed like this. Nobody should be getting screwed to go outside of the region. It doesn't matter if you're in a vehicle, on a bike. You're leaving your expected zone. I've been calling them. I've been talking to them about it. I've told them for years now, hey, I want a premium put on these kinds of orders. I'm going to go 27. I would have to do a 27-mile order in a car. If I have to do a 27-mile order, it's going to bring me way out of the region. That's like, that's like 40 miles almost. If I wanted to get back to a hotspot where I was originally at, I've had an order like that. I've had to do like a 27-mile order, and then I have to go back to the hotspot. It's like, that's not a 27-mile order. That's a freaking 35-mile order. And if I'm not getting paid a premium on that, that's not worth it. A lot of times you can't really check that because it's not like telling you, oh, you're going outside of the region to pick this up. You have to like view that. You have to like kind of estimate what the location is. So I've been having this issue when I was in a vehicle too. It was just like, what the hell, dude? I shouldn't have to do these kinds of orders for like 10 cents a mile. It's insane. Because at the end of this, I'll be making 30 cents a mile to get back where I started. Like just a little under 30 cents a mile, maybe like 27, 28 cents a mile. Because you do the math, just 25 and a half divided by $8.75. Actually, I think that's right around 30 cents. Yeah, at least I know where I'm going right now. But I'm taking the really slow route back, and that means I'm on the bike lane. And I'll be riding all over pebbles that I don't want to be riding over, and maybe nails. But, yeah. Anyways. Yeah, if you guys want to add me, go ahead and add me. You guys can get in contact with me. Let me know how Discord works before I go ask AI. I'm going to ask AI if it works that way. But there was a few people in the crypto chats that I was like, they were like, do you have Discord? And I was like, no. And, I'm like, they're being friendly, and I'm like, fine. So I grabbed it. I grabbed Discord. They haven't even added me, though. I gave them my Discord. They haven't added me. This is the same that I always get in this space. It's so weird. It's like people are like, man, I want to connect with you. What's your shit? And they never add me. There was like 20 people in the chat. It's like, they don't know if I smell bad. Can't be that I smell bad. Yeah, the crunching. riding over stuff that I do not want to be riding over. What is this? What am I riding on? It's cracking. Crunching. What is that? I don't want to be riding in this lane. They need to clean it. Anyways, what's up? Welcome. What's up? I don't know what to say. My stomach hurts. I'm starving. That's what it is. Can't spend any money until I get my phone bill paid. I'm gonna go to sleep tonight with one cigarette and an empty stomach mostly. I'll drink some milk, obviously. But I didn't expect to come all the way out here. I thought it was bringing me back to the region where I was coming from. That's what it looked like to me on the map. I was like, oh. But no, it brought me way, way out of the way. I'm like, right now I'm like probably still 10 miles away. So annoying. And I got these nighttime glasses, so I don't even know what I'm riding over. So I was talking about in the crypto chats, I was like, so about Ansem and his tweet. In order to hit $300 a token for Solana, you'd need to add like $100 billion to that token. You ain't getting $100 billion from anyone. Solana is not reaching 300 a token. So why would Ansem put that out there like that? Is he even real? Okay? Is he fabricated? Is it AI? I wonder. But when I saw that tweet, I knew what it meant. I wanted to see the results before I spoke up about it too much. So what it means is that they're trying to exit, and in order to exit, they need to pump Solana hard. And what they'll end up doing is they'll sell it for cash. And they'll just dump a huge bag of Solana. Solana's gonna dip like freaking 30%. You're gonna see tons of liquidity pulled out of it. That's what I think is gonna happen. They're gonna try to exit, and they need Solana to pump as hard as it can before they do that, because it needs to be worth more, and then they can exit. There's one dude, all right, there's one account that's got the yellow check mark. You know what I mean? There's bugs out here. It's just like I'm getting out. There's one account that has $100 million worth of Ansem. That's the position. They want to cash that out. There's $100 million untouched. Every leader in that group would get a yacht. It would be insane. That's what they want to pull out. So if you're in on it, I'd be careful. They're going to do an exit. And there's nothing you can do about it. That's the thing, is it's a meme token. So the meme tokens, they don't actually register as a security. I'm still using all my battery. Because at some point I need like my full battery to go down the harder part of the road, where there's like no room for me to go slow. If I go slow, I'll get hit. Like probably about a 30% chance, 25% chance of getting hit. Especially because it's Friday night. hell is slapping around in my fucking bag right now? You gotta be kidding me. Oh. Stupid, man. Fucking go deliver Mexican food. It's gotta be the worst. It's gotta be the worst price. It's gonna be the worst travel time. Everything was wrong about this order except the fashion. Can I get this quick and get it on, dude? There we go. Oh. Oh. Yeah, so Ansem's probably planning a huge exit. They're gonna do a massive just liquidity pull. $100 million gone. Zip. And they're probably only gonna get about like maybe 70 million out of it. But that's why they need it to pump. So it's actually worth more. They're probably gonna pull it out as cash. You gotta ask, why is that account not pumping anymore? Now it's been sitting at the same P&L for the last long time. So let's talk about the crypto space, I guess, a little bit more and kind of prep you guys for the video that's coming up. So tell me why somebody who's $250,000 positioned like plus $250,000, why does that person need to rug, or why do they need to pull out any money on a market cap coin of $8,000? So the whole market cap was $8,000. Why would he need to pull out on that? Why would he even need to make money on that at all? Especially when he's got fees. Why would he pull out at all? Oh, wait a second. He pulls out after everyone else pulls out. Oh, yeah, that's a crosswalk. So we won't pay attention at all. That's how I got hit last time. Just people ain't fucking paying attention. Got my light on. I'm so sick of it, dude. People are so fucking ignorant. It's like, oh yeah, you're not doing everything right. Dude, I get hit by cars. Constantly. Like, I got hit by a car twice. I almost just got hit there. Other people are fucking me over. Constantly. And that's why I see it as God's plan to have shown me this and to put me through this so that I can call it out. Pay the fuck attention. How fast was I just going? About 10 miles per hour. I'm in first gear, going 10 miles per hour. I was going about the same exact speed the last time I got hit. Somebody slammed me from the left side. You got a literal bike trail right in front of the place that you leave every day to go to work, every day to go to the store. You're not gonna look both ways to make sure you're not hitting an old lady on a fucking bike. That's insane. I could have been an old lady. I got my lights perfect, so they're not blinding cars, but just enough to where I can actually see ahead of me, just enough. And I got my freaking sunglasses on. Bro, I saw that car coming before they saw me, and I got my sunglasses on right now. I am in a world full of retards, and it is annoying. All right, so now to get that out of my system. Yeah, I think Ansem's trying to pull that liquidity out, and it goes to show you that these guys are all fake. But here's the crazy part: is that X account? The dude said that one of the team members from Pump Fun went and liked his post. Welcome. And so it's just kind of weird, it's strange that he ended up pulling out, but he's on the team with Pump Fun. What is he? Can't pay the bills? Spending his money on crack or something? Like what's wrong? Why couldn't he have held, even if he had $2,000 in the token, why didn't he just hold on to what was sitting in the token? Why? Oh, he waited until everyone left, right? No, he didn't. And even if he had, that still doesn't count for like leaving the stream. He's like, man, I'm here until it hits 1 million. Then wait until it hits 1 million. What the fuck are you doing? I went live on my token for 55 hours plus, and I didn't see any activity. Talk about dedication. I wasn't doing it for the money. I was doing it for the eyeballs. I was doing it for people to see what I'm building. These people have never worked a real job in their life. It's insane. They make billions of dollars, and they don't, you got billionaires that actually worked for what they got. You got these millionaires that haven't done a fucking thing, man. They got their house paid off. They're just going and robbing people. They leave the stream when, dude, you had everybody holding. Everyone was holding, and the dude starts going FUD. I know exactly what happened. He was on a Jito bundler on the side. He was trying to get, do a pull, but he couldn't. So he got pissed in the stream. When you guys see this video, you're gonna be mind blown. And it might have been a Pump Fun team member. That's who might have done it. Like he said that a Pump Fun team member liked his post. If that was the case, they would have bumped it way up into the air, man. There wouldn't have been a question about it. They would have had thousands of dollars to launch on that token. It was the token. The name of it was Up Only. So it's kind of apparent that it was a freaking rug pull. And he couldn't get the rug because nobody was buying. I'm going to show you guys the video. I got to do a full reaction. I got to explain the behavioral patterns that lead me to believe this. I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to maybe expose a fucking Pump Fun team member. This is going to be insane. We're talking about a viral ass video. Whoa. May expose some shit. You're robbing poor people, man. That's not nice. Right? The poor don't even rob the poor. Generally, if you're not in Los Angeles. Like, that was the most mind-blowing experience. I see a dude say, I'll be up all night, man. Oh, this is going to 1 million. On his account. Saying PNL $250,000. Really? That doesn't apply to today if you're broke. You're a has-been. Oh, I got all these things to say. And you know what? I might have the content right here. I won't even have to make extra reaction videos. It's right here. So this dude went ahead and I think he pumped it from behind. I think he pumped it. It didn't get enough volume, and then he dumped it. And then he, on his developer account, sold at the last second. So it was just, everybody was out. He makes his developer account look good, but he's pushed a rug, and it didn't even go up enough. People in the chat said, hey, we're not stupid. We know that you're holding 20% of the token. Really? And you know what's insane? There's another dude, Doji King or something, that he's got a 20,000 follower account on X, and he's got posted on his thing like he's got all these coins that did well, but all of his new coins have rugged. And you look at his positions, making $1,000 per token going down the line, man. Oh, I'm just basically ranting. It's nothing in specific right now. But basically, you're going to see a video, a long-form video of somebody who potentially pulled, I got to say allegedly because I don't want to get sued. But I think based on the behavioral patterns, what I saw a fucking rich dude rug pulling on poor people. $8,000 market cap. He didn't see any volume. He took my money. I was up to 12 bucks, man, after getting rugged again. I was up to 12 bucks. I had put $6 into his token, left behind. I was like, hey, this is the last of what I got. Hey, I'm going to put it in there. Went up to 12 bucks. I didn't sell. And then, I think it actually hit like 11K market cap. I didn't sell. That bastard did. And he's trying to boast. He's like, oh, I got $250,000 plus on my positions. Wow. If that doesn't apply today, you're a fucking has-been. Sorry, dude. And I'm going to expose the hell out of you. I can't believe that shit. There was only like 30 people who joined that to go look at it and give it eyeballs. And the fact that this dude might have actually been a Pump Fund team member is sick. So sick. The reason why I think he might have been a Pump Fund team member is because he said, oh, look, a Pump Fund team member liked this post. But that was it. And then he's like, oh, we got to clip that. We got to make sure, we post that. And he takes a screen recording clip, and then he posts it, and the token doesn't go anywhere. No engagement. Why wasn't that token getting engaged with? Why wasn't his posts getting engaged with more? But they're getting away with basically murder out there. Pump Fund, they're just robbing people, man, robbing people blind. And it might even be the team members themselves. That's the sick part, man. There might be literal people working for Pump Fund, rugging people. Insane. You're not making enough money working for that company? Really? Wild, man. Like, what are they doing for revenue? Are they just launching meme coins and that's their job? That's what it looks like to me. I'm going to expose the fuck out of that dude. I got his Twitter account. I got his voice. I got his fucking P&Ls. I got his token history. I got his address. This is the wallet address. I got all this shit. How dare you rob a poor person? I understand, man. You're trying to come up. You're trying to battle with the other guys that are also broke. I totally get it, man. But to be a rich person and to go steal from somebody who's poor, that's when I got a problem with you. And you know what? Poor people attack other poor people less than millionaires fucking rob poor people. Billionaires don't rob poor people. Billionaires they would love to help, but they don't know who actually needs help because they're too busy doing a job. Millionaires know who needs help, and they don't give a fuck, man. And there's way more millionaires than there are billionaires out there. They could be making a difference regardless. You know, you want to complain about the rich people? Complain about the millionaires. Not the billionaires, the millionaire. The millionaires, with an M. That's who's robbing you. Millionaire is a failed billionaire. They didn't care about the public. They didn't get involved. They didn't get with the community. They stayed like a fucking hobbit inside of a cave. And they robbed you. Fuck, man. I'm a broke person. You stole from me? Hell no, dude. You're getting exposed. Fuck your whole fucking life up. And I hope you're a pump fund executive or something. Fuck your shit up. God's coming for you. And God finger is watching. You know, I said in a chat full of rich people, I said, man, you know, if I could just get $300 of this back, that'd be nice. You know, over 8 years, I've been robbed of thousands of dollars. Specifically, one platform got me the hardest. And that was while I was trying to play find my way into a new play to earn space that was like pumping. It was like happening, man. Everybody was playing. You had, you know, even today you got like up to 1 million people playing these games on Remix. And they fucked me there too. One of these platforms fucked me on $3,000. Over time. Took about 3 months. That was when I had a regular paycheck. I was experimenting. I was making a lot of money at the time. Like, I was making more money than I was used to. And I was like, dude, I'm making like tons of money in a month. This is insane. And then my knee fucked up, and then I got bit by a spider, and then, you know, somebody attacked me, destroyed my knee. And I was, you know, I had limited hours, and I got bit by a spider while I'm living in my car. It was either a spider or it was some kind of bug that, like, gives you a bad infection, and it almost killed me. But yeah, I have a video for you guys, and basically it's going to be a lot of reacting, like a lot of explaining how this stuff happens, what are the signs. I might even go into the Blockchain Explorer and try to do a little bit more research before I release it. But it should come out in the next couple of days. You know, everybody outside of that space, they're like, oh, Solana has become like some kind of place for thieves. Are you surprised? I'm like, dude, it doesn't matter if I'm surprised or not. It doesn't matter if it's, you know, oh, you didn't expect that. You know, it's still happening. I was talking about it earlier on my channel, on my stream earlier, how you got a lot of 18-year-olds that are jumping into the space, and, you know, you could say some 18-year-olds, they've already done the research, maybe even pumped quite a bit, grabbed their parents' credit card and pumped for a little bit, you know. They might have done something like that. But general public, just regular people, not nerds, they end up getting their bags taken. done with it, man. People losing their inheritance money. Bro, you can get rich. Look at what happened over here. Look at this meme pointed through $11,000. It turned into $50,000 because of 5X. Bro, you rugged somebody to get that. You know? Like when you see these multi-million-dollar market caps, that's when you see the heavy hitters, the people that threw in 200 grand. That's when you see them selling. Those are those dips that you're seeing, like, boop, and they're whales. The reason why they're known as whales is because when they jump into the space, they're like splashing around. They make a lot of waves. But pump fun is no longer fun. It's just a cyber theft ring. If the CEOs are responsible, it's going to get known. You know, supposedly a Pump Fun team member went and liked his post. If anybody working for Pump Fun went and saw his post, saw a contract address, and was like, hey, that's a token, man, sweet. They would have looked into it, they would have invested in it, it would not have rugged, it would have had 10,000 and kept it. It would have had 50,000 and continued going up. Because that Pump Fun team member, supposedly, that's what he claimed, that Pump Fun team member would have seen it as like, hey, let's really pump up the space. Let's make this one look good. But it was fake. You know what? I think he was the one that went and hit that like button on his own tweet from a different account. The guy's got an avatar, just like the CEOs of Pump Fun. Every time I see one of those little avatars, those NFT-looking avatars, every time I see one of them, I know what they're up to. Now I do. So if you ever see them, go look up the Pump Fun avatar like thing. There's like an NFT sort of phase that came and went, but they still keep those up. I think it was in the Ethereum space, right? But they use those as their identity. Like the CEOs of Pump Fun have never been publicly seen. Did you know that? They've never released their identity to the public. So you don't know what the Pump Fun CEOs look like. Because they're a group. And they all got the same avatars. And then this dude had an avatar just like that. Had on his Twitter account. He's up $250,000. And he's pulling out on a token that hit 10K. That means he doesn't have any money left. So even if it was relevant, I had that. He's a has-been. He don't make that anymore. He wishes. He wishes he had $250,000, but he's still riding that wave. Look at it's in my address. In 2021, I made $250,000 and now it's all gone. Because that's what they're fucking doing. They gotta still continue paying their mortgage, so they go and rug pull everyone. When COVID happened and all kinds of free money got sent out to people and they were able to get into the space because they didn't have to spend the money on bills, hey, we went and stole it. That's exactly what they did. And now they don't got any money left. And they're like, what do we do now? Let's go rug people. That's exactly what they did. That's why you see such nastiness on that site. It's a serious problem. And I think Ansem is trying to pull out because he realizes that there's going to be a point in time when they can't access crypto because they have to do KYC, know your customer. So if you don't know crypto, know your customer, you got to show your face to a camera and have it scanned. And you got to give them your, I don't even think you have to give them your name. You just got to prove that you're that identity, that person. It'll have that information, save it. Now your face is the identity. They're doing biometric scanning. Now, when people don't want to end up doing that, Well, what do you think? What do you think they're going to do instead? They're going to stop playing in the crypto space. They're going to want to have exited before this occurs. So I think that's why Ansem is trying to exit, because they all understand that at some point they're going to get noticed. They're going to get seen. They have to organize their assets and they got to get out. They're probably going to go to a private island somewhere, Jeffrey Epstein themselves out. As they go yell about Trump, Trump this, Trump that, they're going to go be Epstein on some kind of weird island. That's why those fuckers keep talking about Epstein, is because they want that as a distraction while they go and Epstein themselves out. I hope you guys understand that. They're trying to distract you against what they're doing. They keep talking about Trump, 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 Trump. Now, the difference between that situation and my situation, I'm not projecting. If I was rich, if I was rug pulling people, I wouldn't be in the situation that I'm in. I wouldn't be riding a bike right now on a very dangerous road on a Friday night where I could be killed right now. I'm not projecting, but those fuckers are projecting. Those people, when they keep saying Epstein this, Epstein that, they're projecting because they're into that kind of stuff. That's why when somebody like me talks about it, speaks out, they want to shut my voice down. Bugs, man. They go on my gosh. Alright, I almost made it back here. I'm gonna go ahead and throw it on full blast. Probably get right back. So I just made it about like maybe 2 miles away. So I just made it 10 miles on that battery. And I'm going very slow, walking quite a bit of the way, a little bit. Make it all the way back on this road. This is where I have to go fast, so you guys might not be able to hear me for a minute. Yeah, it all ties in. I can explain it. You guys a little history lesson. History that you weren't taught. You're not going to be taught unless you're talking to me. You got to ask yourself, what are they going to do with $100 million sitting in an account like that? They're definitely not holding it in there. They're going to take it out at some point. Guys, I know you're that cool, man. You know, risk your life, risk the person inside their life. Person don't even have a headlight on. They got like one headlight. Almost made it back. One piece. I'll read the comments in a second. The only time I get hit is when I'm going slow. It's kind of annoying. It's like when I got hit the last time, I was going like 10 or 15 miles per hour. I got slammed, dude. He came at me from the side. They weren't paying attention. I usually don't get hit when I'm going fast. When you're going fast, you have a less of a chance of getting hit because you're on the road for less time. Let me check something here, actually. Watch this. I've gone 7,500 miles on this without getting hit. I think I'm fine.
My last bike, I did about 11,000 miles. So in total, I've ridden a bike for like 18, 19,000 miles. Estimated. And I'm still not dead yet. Can't kill me. God's my shield. Yeah, probably, I'm so, my personality, everything about me is so like kind of everything at once. That's because I have undiagnosed borderline personality disorder. So basically, I'm like everything at once. And at a moment's notice, I can switch it into anything like a chameleon. So, I'll give you an example. If I want to troll somebody, I can troll somebody. If I want to be really, really nice to somebody, I can be really, really nice to them. If I want to be neutral, I can be neutral. If I want to be fun, I can be fun. If I wanted to be stupid, I can be stupid too. I can be anything. I learned that at a very young age. People call it a disorder. I think it's a blessing. Because I didn't use it for bad. My intentions weren't bad. But I'm not perfect. Like at the snap of my fingers, I can just be whatever I want to be. That's why I think like this world's like a simulation. It's weird. Because I sit here and I wonder what puts us in this state where we have this ball, this mass, floating in space around a freaking sun at thousands and thousands of miles per second. And yet, look. Oh, whoops. That didn't really prove my point, did it? Balance a lighter. Oh, that didn't prove my point either. I don't want to balance that from the camera. Can I balance? Okay, look. Right? That thing ain't flying out of my fingers. You know what I mean? So the fact that we even exist is a miracle. Like, think about it. Like, we're a human. What the hell, man? Self-awareness. How did we get here? What is putting us here with these specific physics? Why are we not just balls of energy floating around? Or why are we not? That's what makes me think. That's what makes me kind of reach into the simulation theory. Because it's like, what happens after we die? During a dream, it seems like it's an instant. But we're alive. Why does it feel like it's forever if we end up dying at some point? Because if there's like an end to a dream and we wake up and it was just like, boop, it's done. Why don't we feel that when it comes to life? It's a strange existence that we're in. Like, what says that, oh, we have metal or like ink that can be written down on paper? Like, what made this? That's why I believe in the creation theory, that God has to exist. I believe in evolution too, but I believe evolution is part of that creation. God created evolution. So there's a lot of like creation theorists that are like, oh, evolution's not real. Like, who says? Charles Darwin. He was well known for doing like experiments, or not really experiments, but observations on the Canary Islands. And they're called the Canary Islands because they had canaries. And basically they ended up, he ended up documenting their changes. And he summed it up to survival of the fittest. And he said that it would take hundreds of years for natural selection to occur. But recent studies, as of like 4 years ago, prove him wrong, that evolution can actually happen much more rapid. So they've been seeing that canaries have actually acclimated and evolved much quicker than we expected. It happened within like almost less than decades rather than hundreds of years. Welcome, Friday. Go down the list. Sumimo Gaming, welcome. I got to be careful about what I'm saying, dude. Like dude, somebody that has a P&L plus $250,000 rugs on an $8,000 market cap. That's strange. So what is he holding on to dark money? He can't cash it out? Did he sign a deal with the devil? Or with the cabal? See what I mean? The deal that I'd ever signed. But if you guys want to find me on Discord, by the way, it's at Godfiga. I don't know how it works. Tell me, do I need to like add somebody as a friend first? Or like we both add each other in order to find each other? Or is it just automatic? Will I see your friend request? I have no idea how Discord works, but everybody keeps screaming at me, what's your Discord? What's your Discord? And I'm like, I don't have one, but now I do. And it's Godfinger. I was able to get the name. So somebody grabbed my Cash App name, Godfinger, but they didn't grab the Discord name. So somebody is posing as me, getting Cash App donations, probably clipping me. And I had no idea this whole time because I didn't really care. I was like, what's the point? I think the same thing happened on PayPal too. Because I think I tried to change it over on PayPal too, but it didn't let me. I think that was the app. There was another app basically that I couldn't grab the name. So, but I have my information, my details on the description in my channel. So I put some new links up there. If you guys want to check out Coinbase, like I said, trade responsibly. If you're going to buy any, buy $10 and that's it. Throw a couple of dollars at a token, $1 here, $1 there, watch the chart move up and down, use it as a learning experience, not a gambling ring. Check out Farcaster. I'm pretty sure that I have, or I may not. I probably don't even have my Farcaster invite link in there, but you can find me on Farcaster too. Farcaster, you can go actually earn just by doing simple transactions, but you have to have Ethereum first. So you need like $1. You don't even need a full dollar. You can get 50 cents of Ethereum and start making money. It's kind of crazy. That's what's great about the Base network. But it's all a learning experience. So when you go to send it, you got to look at the network that you're using. Do your research before you send, because you might send it to the wrong wallet. There's different types of networks. So there's like a network, Ethereum network, and then there's Base network. Base is a second layer on top of Ethereum. If you send Base to the Ethereum network, I think that works. I'm not even 100% sure. But I know that if you try to send Ethereum directly to a Base account, it doesn't work. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. It's either one or the other, or both. But basically, they're different networks. If you try to send Ethereum to the Solana network, I don't think does that work? Yeah, it works because it goes to the same wallet, but you have to actually load it in an Ethereum-based wallet. So do your own research first. Don't fuck around with it. I haven't done enough. I don't even know the whole crypto space 100% yet. I'm still at like maybe 70%, 75%. So I'm adept, but there's still more learning to do. So wish me luck tonight. Hopefully I can get to sleep at a decent time and wake up at a decent time. Go bang it out on Sunday. Anyways, I'm gonna go. I appreciate you guys joining. Like I said, I'm gonna try to work on this video. And I'm really kind of afraid to post it. I was kind of afraid to post the rug pulling video with the dude on it. But potentially that wasn't even actually the dude. It might have been a live stream recording. They might have recorded him and then used that as the person who made the token, but he wasn't. That's why I read the chats too, because I'm like, I'm gonna make sure that a whole live stream can't get me. You know what I mean? You'd have to like fabricate the comments if you were to go post this somewhere else. But you can definitely probably clip me. People would probably clip me, and I wouldn't know anything about it because I don't use TikTok. I don't use Twitter. I have a Twitter, but I like rarely go on it. Yeah, I'm not out in that space. I'm just in a few places. Come to my YouTube. Maybe talk to me on Discord if you like, @Godfinger. I'm out. Have a good night. Thank you for joining.